this is Chris the Nightmare Jarrell, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Alright, so a subscriber just sent me a screenshot of Kevin Berry's Facebook, the trainer of Joseph Parker. He came out with a post yesterday on his official Facebook page. So go over there and you'll see this post. He left it yesterday at 10:26 p.m. yesterday, okay? He says, who would you like to see Joseph Parker fight next? Hashtag Team Parker, okay? And there was somebody in that comment section. Let me see. Let me scroll down really quick. Give me a second. Okay, so a guy named Ayo O'Daly. I believe I'm pronouncing his name right. But he says a top 10 heavyweight would be a start. But barring that, any of the following. He says, how about Luis Ortiz, Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora, Dillian White, David Haye, Tyson Fury, Stephen Cunningham, Hughie Fury, Berman Stavern, Povetkin, Arreola, someone decent and semi-proven. Not asking much here, okay? Kevin Berry replied. He says, number 1, Luis Ortiz is fighting for the WBA. 2, Wilder is fighting February 25th. 3, Chisora just lost. 4, David Haye is fighting March 4th and doesn't want the fight, offered it many times to him. Number 5, Tyson Fury is on medical. Number 6, Cunningham is a cruiserweight. 7, Hughie, we want. 8, Stavern fighting for interim WBC belt. 9, Povetkin, WBC mandatory, but just been busted for steroids, second time in 6 months, will be suspended. And then 10, he says, Arreola coming off loss to Wilder. Okay. Then Ayo O'Daly responded, says, so what are the alternatives? Then he says, are you considering Pulev, Glasgow, Hammer, Miller? How about wild card that is Shannon Briggs, assuming he doesn't piss hot as well? Kevin Berry responded, he says, can't tell you the alternatives because then it wouldn't be a surprise when we announce. But Pulev is IBF mandatory. Glasgow is injured. Hammer is fighting Price. Miller isn't known. Briggs is fighting for WBA world title in March. Okay, then Ayo O'Daly goes on to say, looking forward to it. Keep up the good work, and hopefully we'll get some massive fights. All right, so that was according to Kevin Berry. Pretty much I agree with him with mostly all the guys that he was mentioning as far as Arreola just came off loss to Wilder. Povetkin's going through his own thing right now. Stavern wants a shot at the interim belt. Cunningham's a cruiserweight, not even rated. Tyson Fury, as of right now, is on medical, and we don't know when he's coming back. He says he's coming back in April, May. I guess we'll see. Chisora just lost. David Haye is fighting in March. He was supposed to be the guy that's supposed to fight Joseph Parker. So I agree with him with most of these guys. Luis Ortiz is fighting for the WBA title. Be curious to see if Parker and his team were to offer Ortiz that fight, though. Would he take it? You know, yes, he is scheduled to fight the winner out of Klitschko and Joshua for the WBA title. But it would be, you know, interesting to see if they actually offer him the fight. But he's not even, I don't believe that he's rated by the WBO. Let me just pull up the rankings really quick. But there's one problem with what Kevin Berry said. All right, let me just pull up WBO rankings. Yeah, let me see. Luis Ortiz, no, he is not rated by the WBO, but he's one of the top heavyweights in the world, you know, arguably top 5. You know what I mean? But when he said Jarrell Miller isn't known, see, this is where I have a problem sometimes. It's like, okay, we could do the whole he's not known thing, but he's known by the sanctioning bodies. He's rated in all of the sanctioning bodies. He is number 4 in the WBO, the title that Parker has. Miller's number 9 by the IBF, number 8 by the WBA, and he is number 13 by the WBC. All right, so he is number 4, man. I think that's a fight that could take place. Now, their team just came out. Parker and his team just came out. Dave Higgins said the 3 possible opponents were going to be Hughie Fury, Jarrell Miller, and David Price. The 3 available highest rated guys by the WBO. Because if you go by the WBO rankings, David Haye is number 1. He's fighting Bellew. Number 2 is Hughie Fury. That's who I think the opponent's going to be. Klitschko's number 3. Then you got Jarrell Miller, number 4. And David Price is number 6. Price is getting ready to fight Christian Hammer. You know what I mean? So, you know, if they can't get the Fury fight, I don't think we should just skip over Jarrell Miller. You know, I mean, he is rated number 4 now. After the Parker and Ruiz fight was over with, and when I heard that David Haye was just gonna, you know, skip over that fight and fight Bellew, my first my first thoughts were looking at their rankings. I thought that Hughie Fury should fight Jarrell Miller, and then the winner of that can decide who is the mandatory. And then I thought Parker and Ruiz can possibly do a rematch. A lot of fans were like, no, we don't want to see a rematch. You know what I mean? But those were my initial thoughts right when the fight was over, like literally like an hour after the fight was over. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking it's going to be Hughie Fury, man. That's the fight that Kevin Berry said they want. He said on his Facebook, that's the fight we want. So I'm thinking it's going to be Fury. If it's not Fury, then I would expect it to be Jarrell Miller, man. If you look at the WBO rankings after, okay, you go down here, you got 4 Miller, 5 Ruiz, 6 Price, 7 Tom Schwartz, 8 Edmund Gerber, 9 Pulev, who they're, you know, he's not going to take that fight. 10 Andre Fedosov, who fought Brian Jennings. He won the ESPN Boxino tournament. He beat Donovan Dennis in the finals. I believe it was Donovan Dennis. Come forward type of guy. I think that'd be stylistically, it'd be an interesting fight. But I wouldn't want to see him get the shot. But look at Israel Gano rated number 11, right? That'd be a funny fight right there, man. Parker versus Gano. And then you got Christian Hammer, number 12, who's getting ready to fight Price. 13, Michelle Wallace. 14, Andre Rodriguez, who's getting ready to fight Deontay Wilder. And number 15, Andre Radinko, who just picked up a victory against Jason Bergman, I think. Joseph Parker, a guy that fought Parker. Left-hander, southpaw. So, I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you think about this. I'm not cool, you know. If you want to say that Miller hasn't beaten anybody in a title eliminator type of fight, then of course he hasn't. You know what I mean? His best win of today is probably the Fred Cassie fight. You know what I mean? So I'm not debating that, but I just hope they don't skip. If it's not Hughie Fury, I hope they don't skip over Jarrell Miller and go even deeper into the rankings and try to pick, you know, like a Radinko or somebody like that who's rated number 15. But I want it to be Hughie Fury. That's what I think is going to be. I'm just hoping that Hughie Fury, they at least speak on or give us some type of answers as to what was going on with the whole Nandrolone situation. I've yet to still hear anything about that. And with Tyson Fury too. They were supposed to meet with the UKAD in November. A lot of people are telling me that, oh, it's already been taken care of. And I keep telling people to send me a link to that article or that news where you got that from, and nobody's been able to send me a link. So if there's a link out there that the Fury boys met with the UKAD about the Nandrolone, please send me that link. You know, I want some concrete information to go off of, not just, you know, people telling me to use my brain. It's like, well, no, I want some concrete evidence that they met with those guys. You know what I mean? Because they're supposed to meet with them, and we haven't heard anything since then. You know what I mean? So if there's something out there, link it to me. But what do you guys think about what Kevin Berry had to say about those possible opponents? And who do you think the opponent will be? I'm going to go with Hughie Fury. That's who I think it's going to be. If not, then Jarrell Miller. You know, Berry putting that he's unknown. I mean, I don't know. I think that's kind of bullshit, man. He's rated number 4 by the WBO, so he's known enough by the WBO. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.